Wrestling. This is Denver, Colorado, the man not the place, being joined by Stokely Hathaway. Thanks for joining us for the Powerbomb pregame.
Of course, Drew.
In Worcester, Massachusetts, Beyond Wrestling is live with the Powerbomb pregame, and this opening contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the corner to my left, from Nothing, Arizona, weighing in at 269 pounds. Chances are he doesn't like you, Josh Briggs.
Oh, and Brian Milonas not even waiting for the introduction, getting the jump on Josh Briggs, who he essentially called out here today, Stokely.
I mean, that was beautiful. I mean, Brian knows what it takes to take down a fellow big man. And as a big man myself, I completely understand those tactics, you know?
Big man, big manager, currently managing the independent wrestling champion, the Powerbomb TV independent wrestling champion, Jonathan Gresham, who we will see later on in action tonight on Apocalypse Dudes. Of course, if you're watching this live for free at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, please subscribe to Powerbomb TV. Use the promo code BEYOND. You'll be able to watch Apocalypse Dudes for free. You'll be able to watch last month's Far Beyond Wrestling event for free. You'll get the entire catalog for free for the next 20 days. But meanwhile, getting back to the action in the ring, Brian Milonas making good on his promise that he's the best big man in all of wrestling, throwing Josh Briggs across the ring.
Drew, he's been on a roll this year. He was in the Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament. He made some waves. Even though he didn't win that tournament, he made a lasting impression.
Absolutely. He's been a veteran of the New England scene for about 15 years and really coming into his own ever since he debuted for Beyond Wrestling. Actually, his introduction was that of a special referee. You know, obviously with all the years' experience of wrestling behind him, it was just a matter of a time before he was the one that was starting to make the impact bell to bell. And right now, Josh Briggs, who has not been able to get out of the blocks, he's the one that's suffering.
I mean, Josh is struggling right now. I mean, I tried to get some info on him before the show, and all he said was, "I don't like you." So, you know, it's a bit difficult for me to get his mindset right now. I mean, I know he's answering an open challenge, but Drew, the question is like, if he beats Brian, what's next for him? What is he trying to prove?
Well, I mean, Josh Briggs is certainly one of the best up-and-comers here at Beyond Wrestling. And if he did not avoid that leg drop from the second rope, he wouldn't have a future here in Beyond Wrestling. So I think the sky's the limit. I mean, he's made a habit of showing up, helping out. Whenever there's been an open challenge, he's been quick to answer. Are you sure when he said, "I don't like you," he was talking to you, or it could have been anybody in the locker room talking to you?
You know what? I did see Matt Riddle behind me, so that probably was directed towards him. I appreciate that.
Sure. Here we see, though, Josh Briggs weathering the storm, hoping to turn the tides. Had that huge flying clothesline, followed up with a back elbow. Did it sound like that when he said that? "I don't like you," same voice?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. Yep, you're right. He was talking to Riddle.
Yep, he's lucky he didn't kick you.
I don't think he would put his hands on a poet in an office. I don't think
Oh, and surprising strength, the pop-up spine buster. Briggs trying to make short work of Brian Milonas, but how much energy did he have to exert in order to be able to lift the near 400-pound Milonas off the mat?
I mean, it was a lot. I mean, but that's the thing. Brian was taking it to him earlier. I mean, that jump start, he just beat that man down like it was nothing. I'm afraid of Brian. I don't want him anywhere near this Powerbomb TV Independent Championship.
Caught him sleeping, spin and slam. And Briggs was just a second away, able to get to the ropes. You've heard Brian Milonas. He said that he's defeated competitors like JT Dunn, John Silver, Ace Romero. He's been in the ring with competitors like Chris Hero and Keith Lee here in Beyond Wrestling. He really wants to assert himself. And right now, he's got his sights set on his finishing maneuver, that swinging side slam. But Briggs just a little bit too tall, able to land on his feet and rattle off a couple elbows to the back of the head. Oh!
Y'all give it to Briggs. He has some heart in him. What a beautiful choke slam.
Milonas still kicking out, though. I don't know if Briggs got all of that. And of course, you do see, I mean, Briggs comes into every match wearing that target on his shoulder. I do believe that's from a football injury when he played in college. Somebody who had professional aspirations decided instead to become a professional athlete in the industry of professional wrestling, not professional football. So we know that Josh Briggs is a very gifted athlete, training alongside Brian Fury at the New England Pro Wrestling Academy, the likes of Donovan Dijak, Biff Busick, Sasha Banks.
But with that tape, don't you think it's a lose-lose situation? Because if he doesn't wear it, that means he could go into this match even worse. But then if he does have it on, it's an easy target.
You know, I'm not Josh Briggs, but that's how Brian Milonas beat John Silver last month with a crossbody from the second rope. As Briggs was looking for his variation of an iconoclast, we saw Milonas go to the eyes. Milonas not afraid to take a shortcut, but I mean, if you want to be the best big man, let your in-ring performance speak for itself. Oh, you love taking shortcuts, though. Who am I talking to?
What do you mean? I've done everything the honest way, the honest, hard way.
The honest man, Stokely Hathaway.
Thank you. Honest, God-fearing, Bible-reading man. Thank you, Drew.
Well, I hope Josh Briggs said his prayers. Instead, getting the boot up, trying to cut the distance in the ring. And with Briggs being a little bit taller than Milonas, he's got to try and stick and move, even as big as he is.
I mean, I'm shocked that Briggs is still. I'm shocked that Briggs is still standing after that crossbody. Imagine that weight. Oh my God.
You weren't expecting that. I don't think Milonas was either.
I don't.
A top rope moonsault from the near 7-footer wipes out Milonas.
Here is your winner, Josh Briggs.
Just like I told you, Drew, Briggs was going to win all along.
Sure. You know, it's interesting because Briggs couldn't hit his finishing maneuver on Brian Milonas, so digging deep into the playbook and coming with the top rope moonsault, something I certainly wasn't expecting. Neither was Milonas. Let's hear what Briggs has to say.
I want in on the tournament for tomorrow.
A man of few words, Josh Briggs.
Whoever's in my fucking way, chances are I don't like you.
I mean, we've already got 7 competitors announced for tournament for tomorrow coming up on November 12th in Somerville, Massachusetts, part of the Beyond Wrestling unprofessional live event. The only way to see it is to be there live. Jimmy Jacobs, Sammy Callahan, AR Fox, Martin Stone already signed, as well as the first round of the tournament for tomorrow. And it's just going to be an incredible tournament to showcase some of the best up-and-coming wrestlers on the scene already entered. Guys like Ace Romero, guys like Wheeler Yuta, guys like Maxwell Jacob Friedman, somebody that you just recently aligned yourself with.
The Dream Team, because of course he's better than you and everyone else here.
What do you see in MJF? He's not here with us today, but run down his accolades. I mean, he's virtually brand new to professional wrestling.
I mean, he's young in this game. This man can talk. He can go in the ring. He is athletic. For MJF, the sky is the limit. And you know what? I'm going to have my hands all over his career. So when he reaches the big pie in the sky, I can always say, guess who did it? Guess who helped him get there? Stokely Hathaway.
You don't think the same way? You don't think the big pie in the sky right now is the Powerbomb TV Independent Wrestling Championship? Do you think that's kind of reckless, putting together a stable of singles wrestlers that all someday may be gunning for Jonathan Gresham's coveted prize?
No, because everyone knows their place.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, Stokely Hathaway, obviously.
Hey, please don't instigate. All right? I like you, Drew, but we're not going to do this today, all right?
Stokely Hathaway, he's got his plan set up for the Dream Team. Of course, we're going to be seeing Jonathan Gresham in action later on tonight, his first defense of the Independent Wrestling Championship. Originally slated to wrestle Kato Yana, a.k.a. Keita in the house. Keita is not in the house tonight, unfortunately detained while trying to leave Japan. That's the type of stuff, I don't know, it happens, right? Yeah, so, instead, you know, the powers that be putting together a last-minute replacement. Flip Gordon making his return to Beyond Wrestling after nearly a year, and what a year that Flip Gordon has had in Ring of Honor and plenty of other promotions competing internationally in Mexico. You know, you can watch him in Being the Elite, and Flip Gordon may be able to prove that he's one of the elite if he can make it so that Jonathan Gresham doesn't have a single successful title defense.
Whoa. Who said anything about a title defense? Did you look at the original contract?
I did not. I mean, that's between you and Powerbomb TV.
Okay. Well, I will decide in the ring whether this is an official title match.
Wow. Okay. There you have it. I mean, you were not kind enough to bestow one on Brandon Watts yesterday at Beyond Wrestling Denim Recruits in Howell, New Jersey.
I told you. I talked to the board of directors. No one knows what a big money poppy is. I have no idea. That's not marketable. Explain to me what a big money poppy is.
Big money poppy, not marketable. You heard it here first.
What's next? Tiny Coins Gym?
Introducing team number 1 to my right. They are accompanied to ringside by Rex Lawless and Dan Barry. Barry. They represent from Amityville, New York, at a total combined weight of 504 pounds. The team of Ryan Gallione and Mike Verna, they are the Amityville Horror! They are the Amityville Project.
Palladino better be careful. Get himself in some hot water.
In the corner to my left, hailing from Watertown, New York and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, respectively, at a total combined weight of 380 pounds, the team of J. Freddy and the amazing Rory Gulak. They are American Gaijin, and they are American Strong!
Big reception here for Rory Gulak and Jay Freddy. Oh, come on!
I love it. I love it. Big fan of Dan Barry.
Shocking.
Oh, wow, you guys are booing me like this microphone doesn't have a live feed to the camera and it doesn't matter what you do. Oh, man, isn't that surprising? We are here tonight to show that we can wrestle any of Beyond Wrestling's talents. We have no problem fighting the American Gaijin, despite the fact only one of them has really been to Japan. We have Ryan Gallione and Mike Verna, and we are here to beat all of your favorite wrestlers. Because we don't care what you like. Pick them, we will knock them down. We don't care about your gift wrestlers, your music video superstars. We're just here to win. Oh, wow, dorks, that was dynamite, great insult. So, you can boo, you can say we suck, you can write dork on your hand because you think it's hilarious. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. We're going to win anyway.
An emphatic statement from Dan Barry. I mean, and just to show the level of disrespect, I mean, Jay Freddy does compete regularly for the Wrestle One promotion in Japan, the Great Mutas promotion. Rory Gulak has toured Japan as a deathmatch wrestler, and I've got to think maybe Dan Barry not too keen on the fact that Schlack and Dan O'Hare, the Storm of Entrails, almost pulled it out at Denim Recruits over his undefeated team of Ryan Gallione and Mike Verna. So Dan Barry not too fond of the deathmatch guys right now.
I mean, I agree with him. Everything Dan says is the gospel. That's my brother from another mother. We are tight. We go back like spinal cords and seatbelts. You see what I'm saying, Drew?
I hear you. I think I understand.
Oh, you do. You do.
Man, imagine if the Dream Team and the Amityville Project were to merge.
I'm shaking right now. I am literally shaking.
Rory Gulak, an accomplished amateur wrestler. Obviously, everybody knows his exploits in the realm of deathmatch wrestling, but I mean, he trains competitors with Olympic hopes in amateur wrestling. This is professional wrestling.
Okay, and have you seen Mike Verna?
Mike Verna is about as wide as he is tall. He's enormous.
Yeah,
He's a specimen.
Of course, we used to work out together. I used to give him bodybuilding tips. Look at that body. That's me. That's me.
Of course, Mike Verna was not somebody that was on the Beyond Wrestling radar until Rex Laws went out with an injury, and Mike Verna was thrown into the mix. I mean, you want to talk about having a first-round draft pick, you got to give Dan Barry credit. He certainly has an eye for talent, and him and Ryan Gallione have worked together very well.
Of course, Drew, this is what this business is all about. It's about networking, knowing the right people, putting them in the right places at the right time. That's why I give Dan Barry so much credit.
Of course, Rex Law is sidelined with a knee injury. He's hoping to return sometime in December, depending on the doctor's orders. But he's also been somebody that's found a way to interject himself, physically or otherwise, in the matches of the Amityville Project.
I don't think so. I think he's just been helping out. That's what a good brother does, right?
I guess he's a good brother.
Thank you.
Either way, Ryan Gallione changing the tempo of this match. I can hear the microphone, the headset that we're using here at Powerbomb TV crackling because the slap was so loud.
That was rough.
Just an overhand strike from Gallione. Gallione got taken off his feet. And that was an amazing evasion from Rory Gulak.
Oh! And look how long that lasted.
got some of the best tag teams on the scene here in Beyond Wrestling later on tonight. Beyond Wrestling Apocalypse Dude starts at 3:30. You can watch exclusively at Powerbomb TV. You can watch the iPay-per-view for free if you sign up using promo code BEYOND. We're going to see the Pogs of Lufisto and Jordan Grace against the Hooligans. We've got Doom Patrol, or would you prefer I call him Catch Point, Chris Dickinson and Jaka.
Catch Point.
Going to be going up against the Viking War Party in our huge main event. Michael Elgin and Brian Cage. The Unbreakable Effin' Machines against EYFBO.
Okay, Drew, while you were rattling, did you see that suplex? Did you see that?
I mean, Verna, again, all I can say is the guy's a specimen. He's so strong. He's very thickly muscled. It's hard to do damage to him. He's got great wind.
I mean, Rory has on his very horrible-looking space boots, so it looks like he's ready to fly into Mars. I hope they send him there.
Hey, he's going to be careful. Galleon's going to give him a boost. The old heave-ho. And I think that Galleon and Verna, realizing their mistakes from their match yesterday against the Storm of Entrails, they can't allow for any opening. Because Rory Gulak and Jay Freddy are very crafty. Freddy has not seen much time at all in this matchup. He's going to be chomping at the bit, and he could be a bit of a hothead.
True. I mean, I was just about to say, I give Rory Gulak just a smidge of credit for still hanging in there with these guys. I said a smidge.
You going to sign him to the Dream Team?
No, absolutely not.
Reversal of the waistlock. Verna was looking for that backdrop suplex. Rory was able to land on his feet, got shrugged off though, not able to convert that to a pin. Misses with the clothesline.
Oh, that was nasty.
Verna taking down Rory Gulak. Bad landing for both guys, but Verna was the one that ended up on top. And now that's cheating, grabbing the trunk. You know, it's not just a matter of pulling the trunks to go for a pin. You shouldn't be grabbing your opponent by their gear.
I mean, he's trying to do what he needs to do. Come on, man, give him some credit.
Galleon, another boot to Rory. Rory looks like he's in pretty rough shape here.
Yeah, I mean, he's out of it. I mean,
Galleon's chest is changing colors, but Galleon intercepted that one and was looking for that hip block, but Rory had a counter, was able to hold on and able to roll to Freddy. And Freddy's got those hard hands. Again, training in those dojos in Japan. He's just going to be lighting up everybody.
Yeah, it's clear that Freddy had his pre-workout because he's just lighting people up. House of Fire right now.
Making every single strike count, but Jay Freddy's got to be careful not to tire himself out. Galleon missing with the clothesline. Bit of a jawjacker. Oh, wow! I didn't know if that was going to be a bulldog or a stunner. That was something completely new. Freddy digging deep in the playbook.
Looked like a modified stunner to me.
And now using Verna's momentum against him.
Beautiful German suplex.
This is the Jay Freddy that we're used to seeing. Somebody that's at the top of his game. Freddy trying to hook up Verna in the tarantula. He's got him hooked on that second rope. Having a little difficulty getting him in position. I mean, Verna's just so wide. He's trying to immobilize him on the ropes. And I think while Verna was trying to extricate himself, unfortunately, he's put himself in a position. I mean, I don't know what is going on right now.
Me either.
And while Galleon is trying to save his partner, Rory Gulak is up and over.
Oh, look at them. They're so proud of themselves.
Rory Gulak looking for that amazing splash, wants more distance, wants more momentum behind it. Freddy's trying to keep Verna in position. Oh, but a little bit of a miscommunication. They couldn't coordinate who the legal man was, and the extra second could have cost him right there.
Yeah, and it looked like Rory hurt himself more than he hurt Big Verna.
Freddy just got kicked out of the ring into next week. Rory's really landing a lot of strikes, but you know, everyone could be a potential knockout shot. Galleon is just so tough. Galleon holding on to the ropes.
I mean, look at him. He's a monster.
Oh, man.
I don't know if Drew is, not Drew, but Rory. I don't know if Rory's doing the right thing right now.
Yeah, that wasn't the right thing. That was the right thing if you wanted to get hurt.
And I'm sorry, I can't believe I called him Drew. That was blasphemy. I apologize.
Now Galleon's looking for that signature deadlift powerbomb. Freddy's in there to intercept. Oh, now come on! And it's not even like it's a 2-on-3, it's a 2-on-4!
Wait a minute. That's a good agent. He's just checking on his client.
Oh my God! Oh, Freddy almost dying on the outside. Getting pulled down. Dane Barry. And Galleon and Verna with the combination inside the ring. and the Amityville Project is victorious.
Rest in peace, Rory Gulak. Is he going to Mars now?
Here are your winners, Ryan Gallione and Mike Verna, the Amityville Project.
Again, another impressive victory. I mean, these guys have been unstoppable, but it's not like wrestling a tag team. It's like wrestling a faction. And the thing that disappoints me so much is that, I mean, take a look at what's standing there in the ring right there. These guys are all very, very gifted athletes. They've obviously spent a lot of time in the gym, but Freddie's not done.
That's uncalled for. That's uncalled for. The match is over.
And now Dan Barry and his suit getting involved. Freddie wiping him out, trying to take Verna out.
Oh my God, we need a doctor out here. Dan Barry's been hit.
Galleone's calling for Rex to give him the crutch. And now it's back to 2-on-2. And here comes Rory swinging for the fences.
Are you going to find him? He's out of control.
We don't do fines in Beyond Wrestling.
Well, you should start.
Jay Freddy's all fired up. He's got something to say. Freddy's out of his mind right now.
I don't feel safe here anymore, Drew. Is there security in the building? Because we can't have this during Gresham's match.
It's Worcester. Anything goes, pal.
Oh, my God.
Well, Jay Freddy challenging Mike Verna to the first round of tournament for tomorrow. We may have a potential matchup when Beyond Wrestling returns to Somerville, Massachusetts. That's going to be on Sunday, November 12th, just 2 weeks from today. And obviously, we just saw Josh Briggs take the final spot in the tournament. As we had alluded to, MJF is in the tournament, Wheeler Yuta, Ace Romero. And let me talk about Damian Smith, somebody that's been coming to all the Beyond Wrestling shows, has been super instrumental in setting up, trained by Brian Kenton, somebody who made his NXT debut. He's been living out of his car to live his dream. And I mean, Stokely, I know that's not you.
It's not me, but again, I give him credit. He's chasing his dream. I'm a big fan of dreams.
You live in the high rises.
So, true, but I had to work hard to get there, so I get it. I would have lived in my car.
You wouldn't have lived in your car.
I would have stayed at the Y or something like that, but he's doing it.
He's doing it. Well, you know, Planet Fitness, he's got his membership. He's able to, you know, take his showers and keep clean. And, of course, we've got just so much still to come here on the Powerbomb pregame and talking about newcomers to the realm of professional wrestling. Jonathan Gresham, the man that you represent, tell me about his Back to Basics camp.
Drew, you learned a little bit of everything. The most recent one he had a bunch of stars there. If you go to Gresham's Facebook, if you go to his Twitter, rave reviews, all the talent talking about how now they feel like they're better prepared to go into the world of professional wrestling. They feel like now they're better prepared to get booked here at Beyond Evolve Wrestling, whether it's CWF, whether it's Nova. Gresham's camp is preparing the next talent that's ready to come up for wrestling today.
Well, think about it, though. Who else in the world, you know, I thought about it when I was doing commentary yesterday. Who else in the world knows what Jonathan Gresham knows? Nobody, because nobody's traveled the way that Jonathan Gresham has.
Of course.
One of the reasons that it took him so long to build so much momentum in the United States is because he wasn't competing in the United States. He was wrestling all over the world. So I would say that if you're listening to this, if you're an aspiring professional wrestler, you got to get to one of these Back to Basics camps. And hey, the eyes of the industry are on you, because right now we've got Dante Caballero going one-on-one with Sage Phillips, two competitors making their Beyond Wrestling debut on iPay-per-view, on the Powerbomb pregame. This is going to be broadcast to a worldwide audience. This is going to be the largest platform that these two competitors have ever competed on, and this is what Beyond Wrestling was built on. That's why we have the tournament for tomorrow. That's why we partner with organizations like Jonathan Gresham's Back to Basics Back to Basics camp, so that we can present showcase matches like Sage Phillips and Dante Caballero. Who do you give the edge to if you're a betting man? Are you a betting man, Stokely Hathaway?
I am. You know what? I'm a big fan of Dante.
Big fan of Dante. All right.
Yeah.
I did get a chance to see him yesterday competing at the last week competing at the Futures event. Both guys were in the house yesterday in Howell, New Jersey. Throw it to Palladino for the in-ring
Introducing
introductions.
first in the corner to my right, from the beautiful island of paradise, Puerto Rico. Weighing in at 209 pounds. proficient Sage Phillips.
Back to basics camp showcase match. Sage Phillips going one-on-one with Dante Caballero.
How old is Sage? He looks like he needs Similac. Is he of age to compete here?
There's no age restrictions here in Massachusetts. Are there age restrictions on Powerbomb TV?
I don't know. What are you asking me for? I don't own Powerbomb TV yet. I don't own it yet.
I figured that Jonathan Gresham would have given you that information. He's the one that handpicked these two fine young gentlemen. As Dante is giving Sage Phillips an earful. And Sage Phillips,
That's what I'm talking about.
I believe he was announced as proficient.
Yes.
I like that. That's a good nickname. It gives me a pretty good idea of what to expect from him.
But Dante has those hands. Did you see that slap? Reminds me of Dolomite.
Well, that remains to be seen, but Sage Phillips is giving up plenty of size to Dante. And you got to wonder how much of a factor that's going to be in the match. Right now, Dante continues to run his mouth, not doing too much to win over the crowd here. Sellout capacity at Electric Haze in Worcester, Massachusetts. That doesn't mean he can't win the match.
True.
Not like that, though. Not on his back.
I mean, I give Dante the advantage because he is a former Rage TV MCW champion. Hey, man, that holds a lot of weight.
Of course, looking to try and break out on a national and international level. It's amazing what Powerbomb TV has been able to offer in such a short period of time. I mean, this is going to be the one-stop place to watch independent wrestling. And again, if you're not already subscribed, if you're watching the Powerbomb pregame for free, we still got 2 big matches up. And we have a full card Apocalypse Dudes presented by Beyond Wrestling on Powerbomb TV at 3:30. Please sign up to Powerbomb TV using promo code BEYOND. Let them know that Beyond Wrestling sent you, just like Dante was trying to send Sage Phillips through the ring. I'll give you 20 days free of Powerbomb TV. Dante's just going to give Sage a headache.
I mean, Sage had the advantage, but then he was playing towards this crowd. I mean, he should have stayed on Dante while he had him.
So you don't think
Rookie mistake.
I mean, the fans are the ones that, without the fans, these shows don't happen. They're the ones that are paying the ticket prices.
Excuse me? You're paying me. This company's paying me.
Dante on top of Sage Phillips right here. Caught him with an ugly senton to the ribs.
Don't avoid the conversation. I did hold you up for money. Am I going to get my money? Because we're live, so I might as well bring it up.
If these people weren't here, you wouldn't be getting your money, and then we'd be taking it to the streets of Worcester to get it settled.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But we're not going to get
Are you threatening me, Drew? Wow.
No,
wow.
dude, we got a sold-out crowd. The money's good. Dante now just smothering Sage. Sage is trying to fight to the ropes to pull himself back up. I think that's very telling. And even though he's a relative newcomer in the world of professional wrestling, at least he knows you cannot be defeated if you're in the ropes, if you're in the corner. But when you're in the corner, you're literally backed into a corner. So unless you can turn the tables like that, it's difficult to defend yourself. Phillips finding his second win. And that's where the fans come into play, Stokely Hackman. That's where I'm going to disagree with you. If you can win over the fans, then you can feed off that energy.
Okay, well, Dante was too busy jaw-jacking. Like just now, I wish I could jump out of this booth and just give him some advice.
Can we keep you here all night just to make sure you're not getting, as you call it, giving advice to anybody on the show?
But that means we'll have to triple my pay.
We didn't draw that well today. Oh! Back and forth striking, a bit of machismo, as it were. Let's see who the tougher of these two competitors is. And as you see, proficient Sage Phillips has the precision on the strikes. But Dante, no slouch.
I mean, Dante, yo, man, he's not a game. I saw him in the parking lot earlier. He was just walking around, freestyling, talking to himself. That's a crazy dude. And whatever Sage knows, I guarantee you, he doesn't know crazy.
Ran right to that enziguri. He's still up on his feet, though. Got that big elbow up, and now off the ropes once again.
Pass by into that German.
He was able to hold on to the bridge and still couldn't put him away.
Of course, I mean, Sage is a bit worn down. I mean, he's still in the game. He probably knows it's past his bedtime soon, so he's trying to end it quick.
You shouldn't say stuff like that.
Why?
Dante's got the head hooked. Oh, now trying to spin him around. Maybe had his sights set on a brain buster. We'll never know.
What a boot.
Sage is really impressing me with all of these strikes. But again, just giving up so much size. Oh, that's a way to break a neck. That spinning backdrop suplex. And now Dante maybe looking for a pop-up variation. No. Oh, just the Michinoku driver. But he couldn't stay in position. There's so much impact with the recoil, sent him rolling backwards, cost him an extra second or two, and Sage Phillips showing just how tough he is.
He is, and oh God, I hate to admit I'm wrong, but it looks like Sage is feeding off this crowd. This crowd loves him.
Can we cut to a camera to see the big grin on my face right now?
No.
Stokely Hathaway saying DC
feed.
was right.
Can we edit that in post? See, the editor's nodding. I think we can.
Dante has got him hooked again. His tunnel vision's what's really costing him here. He keeps going to the well for the same maneuvers, and Sage keeps finding a counter. He's learning on the fly.
And he's jaw-jacking. Hit your finish, man. Hit the move that you think is going to end this match.
Series of pass-bys, and the double stomp in the corner finds the mark.
Oh boy, here we go.
Dante trying to retreat on the floor. I don't know how safe he is out there. Oh, Phillips caught him with the dive. And making sure to not waste any time rolling him back in the ring. That was very smart. That was very proficient, as it were.
Ha ha ha. Looks like Sage. Uh-oh.
Standing sliced bread. Dropped him on the back of his head. And Sage Phillips picking up that victory.
You told me about that. That's called the pure dynamite.
Here is your winner, proficient Sage Phillips.
Well, unbelievable demonstration from the Back to Basics camp run by Jonathan Gresham. I mean, I see what you see in Jonathan Gresham. I have all these years. But to put me on a tip like that, to say to bring in these two guys, I mean, you got to think this is just the start of it here in Beyond Wrestling.
I agree. I mean, he didn't clear it with me, but it's his camp.
And you've been to the camps.
I have. But he didn't clear these two with me.
I'm going to be at one of the camps.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me know the date so I know
great.
the call out.
Sage Phillips really winning over the crowd here. Near capacity as people continue to file in. Beyond Wrestling presents Apocalypse Dudes at 3:30 p.m. I've already mentioned some of the tag matches, but how about some of the singles matches? JT Dunn versus Matt Riddle, one-on-one for the first time ever. And your buddy, Zack Sabre Jr.
He's not my buddy.
He's not your buddy?
No.
I thought you loved Zack Sabre Jr. You're a big Zack Sabre Jr. guy.
Who told you that? Meltzer? He's a liar. The devil is a liar, Drew.
Oh man, Zack Sabre Jr. not your boy. I'm so disappointed. He's going to be going one-on-one with Martin Stone, who's been like a lightning rod here in Beyond Wrestling ever since he made his debut. He competed against JT Dunn back in Somerville on August 13th, our doubleheader with Progress Boston, and he lost. But that was a bad call from the official. The rematch was signed. He defeated JT Dunn fair and square. He's got JT Dunn in the rear view, and now he's looking to build momentum in Beyond Wrestling.
Okay, but shush, the legend is here. Hot Sauce, Tracy Williams. Give it up for him.
And what do you think of Wheeler Yuta?
He's decent.
He's decent.
Yeah. If Tracy vouches for him, he's good. I don't know him, but he's decent.
Wheeler Yuta trained by both Drew Gulak and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. He's somebody else that has had an incredible showing in Beyond Wrestling in 2017, making his live event debut in this very building. It was a secret show that we ran before our 7 years of Bad Luck live event back in March. Of course, please subscribe to Powerbomb TV using promo code promo code Beyond. I don't know how I botched that. It's basically the only point of doing this show.
Okay, how about you can use my code Gucci Mane, all caps, GUCCIMANE.
I don't like that. I don't get any money from that.
But I do.
Well, I mean, sign up for Powerbomb TV. Use promo code Beyond. You get 20 days free. Well, how much do you get free on yours?
You get 10 minutes free.
You get 10 minutes free using Gucci Mane?
Yeah. Listen.
And if you subscribe,
it's not a game idea.
And if you subscribe to youtube.com/BeyondDemand, you get that free 14-day. It's free. It's free 14-day trial.
You're killing me.
I don't know, man. You want to do this by yourself?
No.
I'm ready to leave.
No, thank you.
I'm ready to leave. I think it's very telling right now that Brandon Watts has not come out with Zenshi. Zenshi's theme song playing. We saw Wheeler Yuta and Hot Sauce Tracy Williams coming out together.
Why? Because his theme song sucks. I wouldn't come out to it either.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm telling you, Zenshi.
What is this, J-pop?
No, Zenshi thinks he's doing a favor to Brandon Watts. by taking him under his umbrella, his learning umbrella. No, he's just trying to deflect a shot at that CLL title after Brandon Watts beat him fair and square. I mean, you see the reluctance out of Brandon Watts. He's not too keen on this match today. And Brandon Watts, that's the Big Money Poppy after yesterday. Do you know who Big Money Poppy is?
I still don't know what a Big Money Poppy is. I know who Brandon Watts is. Listen, I'm gonna call him what his mother named him. His mother named him Brandon Watts.
You don't like.
I found his birth certificate.
Flacco.
No, I found his birth certificate. I don't see Pretty Boy Flocka. I don't see Big Money Poppy.
Introducing team number 1 in the corner to my right at a total combined weight of 384 pounds. Hot Sauce Tracy Williams. His tag team partner Wheeler Utah. Wheeler Hot Wheels. Their opponents behind me and in the corner to my left at a total combined weight of 366 pounds. First, from Atlanta, Georgia, he is the current Chile World Champion, the internet artist formerly known as Shinron. This is Zenshi. Tag team partner from the Bronx, New York, he would like to be referred to as Big Money Poppy.
You like that?
No.
Pretty Boy Flacco.
You like that?
He is the Shred God.
You like that?
Brandon Watts.
How about you plug the Evolve seminar where I talk about marketing and branding?
So 3 nicknames, no good unless you're David Starr.
Or Stokely Hathaway.
Let's list off some of your nicknames, Big Stoke.
Let's see. They call me, Super Biceps.
Super Biceps, Stokely Hathaway.
Mr. Freestyle Champ. Mr. Where's My Money, a.k.a. Mr. I Stole Your Girl. Mr. Pre-Show Beyond Commentator. Mr. Drew Cordero, I Hope I Get My Money.
It's a lot of misters. A lot of nicknames. DC and Stokely Hathaway are going to be calling Hot Wheels, Wheeler Utah, and Tracy Williams against Zenshi and Brandon Watts. And these guys are not only not on the same page, they're probably not even reading the same book. They don't even have a tag team name.
Wait, did you say they were illiterate? You said they couldn't read. That's
No,
a horrible shot.
No.
That's a horrible shot.
You ain't getting me that for that, Stoke.
That's awful.
Just the way that Brandon Watts got Wheeler Utah with that drop kick. And this could be a potential matchup that we'll be seeing in the first round of tournament for tomorrow. Brandon Watts has said that he is the face of the new crop, and Zenshi not even looking to tag in.
No, he coughed. He had to cough.
He had to cough?
Yeah, it's proper etiquette. You don't cough in someone's face in the ring. He turned away.
So you're going to cough on all the fans?
Of course. You don't cough on your partner? Come on, man. You don't got no manners? Who taught you? Who raised you?
Well, Brandon Watts didn't get the tag out. Now is being dissected by Hot Wheels. Tracy Williams just targeting that knee. And I think that Watts is probably not coming to this match 100%. He got picked apart by Jonathan Gresham, non-tournament match for the Powerbomb TV Independent Wrestling Championship. It's non-tournament. Gresham is the champion, and you would not allow him to defend the belt. So he's going to get his first defense today. Maybe we're gonna be live on iPay-per-view, Stokely. Help me out here.
We will discuss it when the stream starts.
Well,
I'm not 16. Peer pressure doesn't work on me. I'm grown. I'm a grown-ass man.
Kate Ayano not in the house. Flip Gordon, a New England favorite and an internationally traveling competitor, making his return to Beyond Wrestling to wrestle Jonathan Gresham later on tonight. At Apocalypse Dudes, please subscribe to Powerbomb TV using the promo code BEYOND. You get 20 days for free. You'll be able to watch last month's Far Beyond Wrestling iPay-per-view broadcast, as well as Stokely. Can you rattle off some of the promotions that are working with Powerbomb TV? No, it's like catalog after catalog after catalog.
It's crazy. Alpha One, AIW, Powerbomb TV, of course.
There's super shows just last week, the Futures event.
Yes, that's where Gresham won the Powerbomb TV Independent Championship.
I mean, why wouldn't you go check that out? I mean, he had to wrestle 2 matches in a day in order to be able to earn that title. And so many international challengers that Beyond Wrestling sent to represent us, including Hot Sauce Tracy Williams against Red Eagle from Portugal.
Yeah, but let's talk about Hot Sauce. What do you think about him? I think he's a I think he's already a legend in this time.
I think Hot Sauce is already a legend in his time. I think he's somebody that's really struggled here in Beyond Wrestling.
Excuse me?
I think that he's somebody that doesn't really take for the extracurriculars. And this isn't your normal wrestling environment. This is Beyond Wrestling, pal. I like this team, though. I really like Hot Wheels. It's doing it for me. It checks off all the boxes.
I'm flabbergasted. Flabbergasted.
I mean, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, probably the most success that he's seen in a Beyond Wrestling ring is when he defeated AR Fox at American Run a couple years ago in under 2 minutes.
Listen, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams is a member of Catch Point. Do you know what Catch Point means? I started that with Tracy Williams.
Okay,
there's a rumor, there's a nasty rumor on the internet going around that Drew Gulak and Tracy Williams started that. That's not true.
Okay.
That's not true.
Okay.
What they had before was a gang.
He's a legend, but he's not the one that started Catch Point.
No, he had. Listen, are you familiar with rap albums and like co-producers? Like he was kind of like the co-producer. He had a hand in it.
All right, let's see if Brandon Watts is going to be able to make the tag to Zenshi. Wait, what is Zenshi holding right now?
Is that a Game Boy?
I think he had a Nintendo Switch, and he dropped it.
Oh.
I thought he handed it to a fan so that he could tag in.
No, that costs a lot of money. He dropped it. That's an investment. He's trying to check on it.
Brandon Watts and Zenshi having it out. I mean, Brandon Watts being thrown to the wolves
Brandon
right
Watts
there.
needs to pay attention.
The legend, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams in the ring.
Thank you.
I think it did. Oh, what the hell kind of a knee breaker was that? These guys are out of their mind.
That super kick.
Unbelievable combinations from Hot Wheels. They were struggling last month. There was a bit of miscommunication, but it looks like this month, get back to the drawing board, able to re-strategize and put it all together.
And I can't believe Brandon Watts kicked out of that. I mean, that kick was devastating. I think I saw a tooth fly out.
Now, of course, you represent Catch Point. We do see Dickinson and Jock compete here in Beyond Wrestling as Doom Patrol, part of Team Pazuzu. Team Pazuzu have been having their own troubles. I just think it's very interesting that Hot Sauce Tracy Williams also competes in Beyond Wrestling. You don't see him aligned with them too often.
Sometimes people just want to do their own thing,
Well, he wants to see what's best for his partner, Wheeler Yuta, and Brandon Watts got the tag, and I don't even think that Zenshi was looking for it. Instead, he was off to the crowd.
Yeah, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Not ready. Look at him. He's wrestling he's putting on a flippy clinic.
Wait, are those MC Hammer pants?
Oh, my God. Zenshi, I mean...
What a legend.
Zenshi's a legend.
Look at those pants.
He's so cocky, so arrogant.
He's wrestling with MC Hammer pants on.
Oh, he's coming up with the neck break. All this time, you're telling me he could have been helping Brandon Watts like that, and he chose not to?
Listen, he coughed, and he dropped the switch.
No. We just saw another mistake with Hot Wheels right there. Oh!
I don't think he got all of that.
Star double knees to the chest. We saw him hit Desmond Xavier with that maneuver yesterday. Desmond wasn't the same for the rest of the match.
Yeah, Desmond seemed out of it. I mean, he was out of it in the back as well.
Zenshi now. It's almost like Brandon Watts has had to weather the storm so that Hot Wheels would get tired out, so that Zenshi could just come in and pick up the scraps and take all the credit for it.
What do you mean? It's called teamwork.
That's not a team. When your partner's going for a tag, you tag him in. When have you ever seen that in a tag match?
Listen, he would have gone for the tag, but the man sneezed. What you want him to do?
He's playing his Game Boy by ringside.
He was checking the time.
Zenshi might be looking for that second rope 630.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Landing on his feet. As Yuta's back up, got caught with a kick to the midsection.
The fact that he can do this in those pants is wildly impressive.
Oh, big moonsault press. Caught Yuta on the top of the head. Oh, no. My mistake. Yuta must have caught him underneath the jaw. Difficult to tell from my vantage point. I'm sure the fine folk at Powerbomb TV are doing a great job with the broadcast. I'm only human, Stokely Hathaway. I know you're not. You're a legend just like Tracy Williams. And Brandon Watts not wanting his team to fall. Brandon Watts wants to win a match here in Beyond Wrestling.
Of course. Everybody wants to win.
He had an incredible program with AR Fox. He was finally able to pick out the victory on the third match that they had, and it's like since then all of his momentum has been derailed because he just can't shake Shinron.
That's his fault. Why are you blaming that on Shinron?
Right now, Tracy Williams. I don't think he's a big Shinron fan. Excuse me, Zenshi, the former Shinron. Shinron, Zenshi, and I wonder if there's
it all sounds the same. It's fine.
Zenshi now up on that second rope, and he can fly from that position, but can he find a counter for this DDT? Yes, he can. Oh, unbelievable elevation. Tracy Williams almost became part of the crowd. And that snapmare driver off the top rope. And now we see a little bit of continuity between Watts and Zenshi. I'm shocked to see this. But Watts is having trouble finding his footing. Man, and Gresham did a number on his arm yesterday. I mean, this is...
I think he's a bit more down.
Well, Zenshi ended up in the line of fire. I don't know what that was about.
Look at what Brendan Watts did.
Do you think Watts did that intentionally?
Of course he did.
Instead of trying to win the match, he's looking to get a cheap shot. Well, if that was the case, he's certainly going to regret it the moment he turns around.
Listen, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapy. I don't know what's in that man's head. But
well, maybe Brandon Watts wants to win the match all on his own now, just the way that Zenshi was trying to get the credit. But he's trying to do so on one bad wheel against Hot Wheels.
Oh, what a beautiful DDT on the buckle.
The hubris of Brandon Watts just getting thrown into the buckle has come back to really haunt him. Do you think that Zenshi's going to save him now?
We'll see. I just know right now Watts is getting jumped like he's Lil B.
And here we see the submission, and Brandon Watts is done for, and Tracy Williams smothering Zenshi in the corner. Go to Palladino for the official decision.
Tracy Williams and winner Utah, Hot Wheels.
Big win for Hot Wheels here on Powerbomb TV pregame after coming up short last month against Jay Freddy and Rory Gulak. Now it seems like these guys are fully on the same page. Things could not be worse between Brandon Watts and Zenshi.
I just hope they get it together.
I mean, you know, a lot of spectacular offense between the two competitors, but there you see what it's all about right there, is that Brandon Watts wants to win that CLL world title because it will afford him opportunities to travel the world on somebody else's dime. And let's see, I mean, are these two guys closer to getting on the same page?
Let's see, it's a big moment right here.
And it still ain't happening. And now Brandon Watts, not only is he not getting a shot at that title, but the damage done to his arm yesterday from Gresham, the damage done to his leg today, he's really getting beat up.
I'm disappointed.
But the fans here, they like Brandon Watts. And you know what? Brandon Watts doesn't have to worry about Zenshi at tournament for tomorrow. Brandon Watts can be his own man.
Okay, we'll see, but right now Zenshi said, you can't touch this, and then he left.
Well, I guess maybe if Brandon Watts wins the tournament for tomorrow, that'll be enough to convince Zenshi that he's worthy for a shot at the CLL All-Stars World Title.
We've got one more match for you. Good time for you.
Again, please subscribe to Powerbomb TV. Use the code BEYOND. Again, you can see today's show. You can see AIW. You can see Alpha One. You can see the best wrestling in the world. You can see last Sunday's feature pay-per-view.
This is your final pregame match, and it's scheduled for 1 fall.
Jesus Christ. I don't know about this whole live thing. You think it's here to stay?
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah?
Because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen. Get out of my face while I'm trying to call a broadcast. Stokely, we're going to get some of your guys. Where's what's his name? I know where MJF is today. Where's,
excuse me?
Skyler. Where's Skyler?
Put
Skyler over here to block it so nobody's coming up trying to interrupt me during this broadcast.
Skyler is a working man, all right?
So where's he wrestling today?
I can't tell you, but he's a working man.
He gave him the day off from the Dream Team. Real nice.
Nope.
You know what they say? Make hay while the sun shines.
Listen, Skyler is always
There's
working.
a wrestling show here today. You should be here wrestling on it.
Well, help me expand that Dream Team budget, and he can be here.
Fair enough. Again, everybody joining us live on Powerbomb TV. Please sign up using promo code BEYOND 20 days free. You get to see Apocalypse Dudes later on tonight, featuring the Unbreakable Machines versus EYFBO, Chris Dickinson and Jaka versus the Viking War Party, the Pogs versus the Hooligans, Matt Riddle versus JT Dunn, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Martin Stone, Orange Cassidy versus Dick Justice. We get a little four-way action. 8-man, 4 in a team. How does that work? You do math for me.
No, I'm good.
Well, it's not an 8-man tag because it's 3 male competitors and 1 female competitor on each team. An 8-person, yeah, I guess that's the word that you would use, right?
Slipping.
Yeah, I'm slipping here.
Let's talk about AC Baby.
Let's talk about AC Baby.
Look at his size, the agility, the high flying. Unprecedented, man.
Yeah,
There's no one like him in the game right now.
That's true. That's true. Trained by Brian Fury, trained by the Dudleys, trained by Biff Busick. And Ace Romero is somebody that's been in the game about 8 years now. But John Silver is somebody that is really popular here with the fans in Beyond Wrestling because he has competed at a top level. He is an elite athlete for over a year. And now the Raw Dog going one-on-one with Ace Romero.
Introducing first in the corner to my right from Saco, Maine, and representing the Strong Style brand. Weighing in this afternoon at 360 pounds, AC Baby, Ace His opponent in the corner to my left from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 178 pounds, Raw Dog, John Silver!
DC and Stokely here. Oh, okay, come on.
One Big Man, John Silver!
We already have established that Stokely doesn't like the multiple nickname thing.
I was a bit baffled because when I talked to them before the match, I asked them, they said, this is about who's the bigger piece of meat. And then John Silver said that he was the Raw Dog. And I was like, man, I thought this was a PG product. I'm not
Maybe
sure
he meant like a
means.
raw hot dog, like a natural casing.
Okay, that would make a little bit more sense.
Okay.
Do you call him Raw Dog?
Do I call him Raw Dog?
Yeah.
Well, like when we're hanging out, hey, Raw Dog, pass me a brewski.
Yeah. Like, Raw Dog, you want to go to Subways? Raw Dog, do you want to go to Outback?
John Silver, he said that he tried to give Ace Romero advice at the start of his career, and Ace did not take it, and Silver does not take too kindly to that. Ace Romero has seemingly done pretty well on his own, even he doesn't go by the Meat Man, and so now John Silver's taking the moniker back. It must be a Taking Back Sunday.
I mean, who do you think is going to be next to fight over who's the Meat Man?
You want to fight over who's the Meat Man? I don't want that nickname either.
No, thank you.
You know, you've got 3 options in wrestling. You can be feared, you can be respected, or you can be the Meat Man.
Here's my question: why isn't Sean Stasiak here? If we're talking about fighting over the title, Sean Stasiak should be here.
That's just Meat Man. He's not the Meat Man.
Oh, okay.
This is the V makes it definitive.
Okay, I appreciate that. Copyright issues, right?
The definitive kicks right here. Yeah, I mean, I don't want Powerbomb TV getting sued. That's your money.
He's begging for more. What a monster.
He's a monster. He's a glutton for punishment. Or he just wants to show how tough he is. I mean, Ace Romero, you know, take a look at him. He's got some meat on him.
I don't think he needs to show how tough he is. I mean, you can look at him. Ace is a guy.
You got to think in some capacity that deflects the impact of these kicks a little bit. It's like coming into a match wearing a suit of armor.
True, but Ace is a guy that when you're walking down the street. Well, no, let me change it. If you're walking in a dark alley and Ace Romero came up to you, you're going to turn around and walk the other way.
Who does that? Everybody's got a flashlight on their phone these days. What do you get off on it? You want to creep around in the dark?
Wait, are you
Darby Allin made his debut for Beyond Wrestling yesterday. The freaking creep.
Now that's a dude who should be locked up. I'm shocked you even booked him. But we all make mistakes.
Last-minute replacement against the Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson. You'll be able to watch that tomorrow at youtube.com/Beyond Demand, an automatic 14-day free trial. Of course, tomorrow's for Denim Recruits, but tonight is for the Apocalypse Dudes. Watch live on Powerbomb TV. Sign up using promo code Beyond. You get it for free.
That cannonball just flattened John Silver. He's like gasping for air.
Well, he's not the Meat Man. He's going to be the Pancake Man.
True.
You don't like that?
No, I really don't. You're going to have to do better. We all do.
The T-bone steak. It's going to be some famous rap lines about steaks?
I don't know any. Weezy probably has some.
You're putting me on here, pal. Ace Romero. I'm surprised that those kicks didn't stop him in his tracks, but he's back up and he's taking the fight to John Silver.
Big open-handed chop. I mean, but look at the size difference.
Well, it's true, and it's also, would you rather eat a T-bone steak or would you rather eat a raw hot dog? One's going to give you salmonella, the other one's going to be a delight for your innards. Uh-oh.
Silver landed right on his side. See him holding his leg.
That's a bad landing for somebody like John Silver. Ace Romero could have tossed him out of the ring. Silver's lucky he landed the way that he did, as hard as that may be to believe, even though he's favoring his leg.
But look at that cover, though. Ace put all of his body weight on top of Silver. So it takes a lot for you to kick out of that.
Well, everybody always says, you have to hook the leg, you have to hook the leg. You don't always have to hook the leg.
Yeah.
It depends what kind of position you have in the lateral press.
Of course, in that size.
Ace is like, getting pinned by Ace is like if somebody parks their Geo Metro on you. You ever drive one of those growing up?
No.
Of course not.
No, I had a driver. So I didn't drive.
No, you're from New York. None of you people drive anyway.
Whoa, whoa. That's a heavy shot. That's very inappropriate.
None of you wrestlers, at least. You want to talk heavy shot? There's a heavy shot.
That's a, what do you call that? That's a pelvis thrust into the second buckle?
Yeah, I don't know why you would want to attack with that part of your body as opposed to spinning around and doing a bit of bump action, but I'm not AC, baby. I'm not here wrestling. I'm not trying to beat the raw dog John Silver. I'm not fighting for the title of the Meat Man. I think if John Silver wins, then Ace Romero has to become the Meat Man. It's like a reverse stipulation.
I like that.
All I gotta say is, if you haven't, you gotta go to Facebook.com/BeyondWrestling. Every time John Silver does an interview, it's must see. Every time he wrestles a match, it's must see.
Okay, but wait a minute. Silver just knocked down Ace Romero with that clothesline. Do you know how much strength it took, power and agility to knock that big man down?
I mean, I couldn't give you an exact measurement, but it's gonna be a lot, given that John Silver's about half the size of Ace Romero. Standing vertical suplex.
But
Ace still kicks out.
But think about how much exhaustion it took to hit that suplex. And guess what? It didn't finish the match. So what does Silver have left in him?
He's going to go back to those kicks, I think. Instead of targeting the chest, now the Ace is committed. You see his mouth is open. He's taking heavy gasps. You're going to start targeting the head. There we go. Just the welts forming all across the chest. Oh my God. That would stop my heart.
It was nice knowing John Silver.
Sit out powerbomb. Not wasting any motion. He couldn't get the heels of his boots over the shoulders of John Silver. And that's one of the downfalls being a gentleman in that size, applying a hold like that. You really need the extension in order to keep your opponent down, or else their arms pop right off. That's what happened.
I mean, I'm shocked. This is a hard-fought battle, and
what, you're shocked because he's laid it all on the line?
No, I'm shocked.
What, are you selling Beyond Wrestling shorts?
No. Excuse me. Please let me finish. I'm shocked. I am shocked that they're both now equally hurt.
Well, both now are starting to get desperate, but only one man is going to be looking to scale to the top. And only one man, when he comes off the top, could end another man's life, and that man is Ace Romero.
Well, I'll take that back. Clearly, Ace has recovered sooner than Silver.
Oh, Silver. Oh, man, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. If Silver can suplex him from here,
Do you really think Silver can suplex him from here?
It's tough to say. You're going to get under your opponent, and it's so hard the way the Ace's weight is distributed. I've seen stranger things. I'll take that Netflix money. Silver right now, he might not be getting the winner's purse.
If Ace
might be getting the fight of the night bonus.
I mean, if Ace hits the splash, I mean, I don't think the Silver can recover.
Well, now Ace, though, instead of going to the top, looking to connect from the second, and this is where Silver's going to have a little bit more leverage. Now, see, Silver's trying to go to the top rope. Uh-oh, but Ace grabbed his leg. Silver might have been looking to jump for a Hurricane Rana, and instead, Ace has got him up on his shoulders.
The Silver's fighting out.
It's pretty much anybody's game at this point. God forbid both spill out to the floor here at Electric Haze.
I mean, Silver has that heart. He has that determination.
Oh, my God!
Silver can't believe it. Look at his face.
Right on the money. Oh my God, he knocked him out. The kick to the back of the head. The deadlift German suplex. Oh, Ace is flopping around. He's got him down.
He didn't catch all of that.
Dude, Beyond Wrestling, Powerbomb TV, the Powerbomb pregame, the Dream Team. I'm feeling good right now.
And what a sight. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't spread the word, that's your bad.
This place is electric right now. This is one of those matches that's special. Still going on. It's still a toss-up.
I mean, Drew, I'll be honest with you. I heard a lot about Beyond Wrestling, but it's this atmosphere, seeing this live, is a hell of an event.
Well, it's cool that we can bring it to you live on Powerbomb TV. Nothing beats being there live. Definitely going to check it back out. We're going to be at Somerville, Massachusetts for Unprofessional, featuring the return of Jimmy Jacobs just 2 weeks from today. On November 12th, they're going to be back here in this very building on November 26th with Women's Wrestling Revolution iPay-per-view debut. And of course, we're going to be loading up the Powerbomb pregame with some Beyond Wrestling.
And you're right, Drew. John Silver went back to those kits, trying to wear down Ace.
He's trying, but he's not fully succeeding. Oh, there we go. That's what you're going to do with guys like that. Close the distance. Oh, trying to kick him out of the ring.
I mean, Silver's fighting for his life here.
Silver has so much momentum behind him right now.
Oh my God!
He could be dead.
A slam to the floor, hard-ass wood floor.
Ace Romero plucked Silver out of midair, converted it into a spinning slam, and the discus lariat finds the mark. Ace Romero hooking the leg. The biggest win of Ace Romero's career.
If you're not talking about Ace Romero and John Silver after today, there's a problem.
All right, guys, for Stokely Hathaway, this is DC. We hope you can join us in just about a half hour at Powerbomb TV for Apocalypse Dude. Sign up using promo code BEYOND. You get 20 days for free, and I'm going to leave it to the athletes in the ring. These guys have put on an unbelievable show for you for free here today. We still get 8 big matches left to come on the iPay-per-view.
Can't wait.